projects coming up.
Sorry. I can help it, sorry.
It was funny.
I was like, oh no, now I can't laugh.
Welcome to the Vintage Nights vlog. This is the second week. We've had a bit of a busy and a quiet week this week. It's been a combination of kind of getting stuff done and also kind of smaller projects that go into these larger custom projects that we've got on at the moment. So the first big thing is we've converted our spare room to be a joint studio for me and Kiki. So we've got Kiki's Singer sewing machine, which I think is about 100 years old. She's been using that to do some sewing in here over the past week, which is nice to have it out of the box again. It's got that real old smell, like it smells, makes the whole studio smell like an old person's house, but in a nice way. Then we've been working on our custom projects. So the one that you're already familiar with is the biker's cut. So I've got some footage for you as well of turning that duct tape body form into this pattern, these two pattern pieces, which will turn into 4 pattern pieces, which come together to make our finished biker's cut or biker's cut pattern. And then we've got a lovely size test, which is made from this gorgeous leftover material that Kiki has. Stands out a little bit. And as you can see, when I was cutting that one out, I made a slight mistake because I didn't mirror, or I didn't invert one of the pattern pieces. So you've got the front and there, but it doesn't actually affect the fit. You've got the front of the material in the back, but as this is just a fit test for does it have the shape that it needs to, which it does, which is great. There's a little bit of work on the shoulders, not quite lining up exactly, but that's all stuff we can correct when it comes to making a leather pattern. Then the next big project we've got on at the moment is the one that I did a bit of live streaming for earlier in the week. So if you've seen that, you'll know that I'm working on a handbag. So this is a custom order that's going to then become a standard project or a standard product that we make and sell on our website. So we went through creating this pattern piece, which has got these almost vampiric kind of arches to it, which in hindsight I'm not really as keen on anymore. Like, it's one of those things where you work on it for a day and then you come back to it the next day and it's just what was I thinking? It looked nice in the sketch, so this is probably going to be just a nice smooth taper and then keep the strap on there and the 3-part buckle on the front. But the difficult bit of this is the gussets. So doing a square gusset like that is really straightforward. You just cut tabs and then you can stitch them in, but it's not quite as nice. It doesn't have that shape, that kind of minimalist feel that we want, because it feels too structured. So instead we tested a rounded gusset like this, and this is the one that we tested. The difficult part of this is getting this stitch line consistent all the way around, because you've got obviously a different length on here on the inside piece than you have on the outside piece. So I came up with a nice neat technique to make that work, which at some point I'll share with you, but for now I'll keep it a little secret. It's not that secret. If you watch the live stream, it's on there. But yeah, that came out perfectly, which means that we can get started on the major bag. So we'll be ordering hardware and bits and pieces like that for the bag. Need to design the strap, all those bits and pieces. So that's coming together really nicely. The big thing for Vintage Nights is we've got a wedding fair coming up. So we're going to be at the Sheffield Moors Market for 3 dates throughout October. I'll put those dates up on the screen now so you can see when works best for you. We're going to be bringing the sword along with us, which is my lovely 15th century German longsword sparring, I'd say blade, but it's not sharp. It's a blunt blade, but we're going to be doing kind of armour trying on. So you can come down in your wedding suit, try on the armour, come down in your t-shirt, try on the armour, swing the sword around, take some nice photos. We are going to make it as COVID safe as we can, like masks, disinfecting the swords in between, disinfecting the armour in between, all those kind of things, just to keep everybody as safe as we possibly can. The advantage of that is that if you come along and you're interested in the armour, you can really get a feel for the quality of like the handmade and hand-stitched leather, and if you decide you do want it, we can size you up for it there, take your measurements. Little things like, I'll show you a picture on the screen, but it's got like a little ram's head on here. We offer you kind of choice of, within reason, finding something that suits more to you specifically than the ram's head, because the ram's head is very personal to me. And as it was a wedding armour, that makes sense. The last kind of custom project that we've got coming up in the next couple of weeks is the greaves or spats or half chaps. They've got lots of different names. So cowboy times there were half chaps, and then Victorian era had kind of spats, and greaves are like the traditional armour, and it's a little bit of a cross between all those because it's really designed for formal events. It's a design I've had in my head for a long time, and now that we're coming up to my wedding, I'm going to make a pair for myself. I'm going to show you the whole process that goes into making those, make a couple of videos to go along with it. So you'll probably see that one cropping up a lot more than kind of the others, like the sword frogs, kind of a one-off project, but we'll probably do a video for that. So I'm really excited about the stuff that's coming up. It should be, hopefully, fun to watch. So if you could help us out, we're quite a new YouTube channel and quite a fresh business, so it'd be really appreciated if you could do the whole thing with liking, subscribing, or leaving comments down below if you've got questions or you want to know anything else, and check out our website, which is vintagenights.co.uk. Thanks very much.
If anyone wants to know, I just flashed my t-shirt.
Oh, that sexy t-shirt.
Yeah, sexy red t-shirt.